Hey everybody, Merry Christmas. It's Jim with the pre-Christmas Friday video, and I'm coming to you from my office because I want to go over some of the things that we've accomplished this year together. You have been helping people all year overcome challenges to employment. No matter what our jobs are in the organization, we all have the same job, which is to help people overcome challenges to employment. A friend of mine was telling me just today about when President Kennedy, back in 1961 or 62, set the goal for the United States to put a man on the moon before the end of the decade. That became the mission of everybody in NASA, the organization that was responsible for performing that. And back in 1960, everybody's job was to put a man on the moon. And my friend was telling me the story. They were interviewing a custodian at NASA, and somebody said, "Well, what's your job?" And he said, "My job is to put a man on the moon." So whatever we're doing within the organization, we all have the same mission. We all have the same job. And thank you for doing that so well this year. So I just want to share some numbers, and I've got them up on my computer, so I'll get them right. We're forecasted to end this year at $48.2 million in revenue generated. Now, that doesn't mean we have $48 million in our pockets. Of course, there's many expenses, and payroll is the biggest part of that. But back in 2020, when I first started here, we were a $30 million operation. So we've grown significantly in the last 3 years, and I'm not responsible for that. I mean, I've been a part of it, but you all have accomplished that together. And the point is not for us to be profitable. The point is for us to make money, to invest money in helping people overcome challenges to employment. So way to go on that. We're experiencing growth in donated retail again. And, we had a little soft spot there in the fall, but we've come back. Our donations are up, our revenues are up. We're getting back to basics and making sure we have product on the floor and that they're sized rightly. And so thank you everybody in retail, from the warehouse, the truck drivers, everybody from top to bottom in the retail segment of our organization. Great work, and you're helping mission all across the organization. All right, so let me see what else we got here. Contract services, we believe, we haven't gotten a signed agreement yet, but I believe we've gotten a new $900,000 security contract with a major organization here in town. And we're just waiting on the paperwork to come through, and we'll be starting that shortly after the first of the year. So great work, contract services. Everybody in that department deserves a shout out. We have been named a top workplace again this year for the third year in a row. And again, everybody's responsible for that. We've all won that award together. And a special shout out to our folks in People and Culture and Human Resources, because they facilitate a lot of those things that's going on, as well as the folks at Begin at Home and our partners at Work-Life Partnership. All right, let's see what else I've got written down. Speaking of Begin at Home, our Work-Life Partnership, which is that referral service, there should be a phone number in your break room that you can call if you need assistance in anything outside of work. It could be food scarcity, it could be housing problems or childcare. To date, there've been 255 different employees who have reached out and received help, and Work-Life Partnership has provided over 1,600 different kinds of services to folks. So oftentimes somebody will call there and they've got several issues that they're facing, and the Work-Life Partnership people and our Begin at Home staff help with those. All right, what else we got? Human Resources. They've done a great job with our benefits and with hiring and onboarding and all that sort of thing. Our workers' compensation rate has improved. We're not having as many injuries. We want to create a safe workplace. So shout out to everybody in people and culture, and certainly to finance. We can't do things without them. They process our payroll. They help us balance the books to make sure our expenses are in line. They get you reimbursed. So great shout out to those folks too. Mission Services, man, what a busy year they've had in workforce development. We've opened that new office in Ada. We're going to be helping in Ardmore as they close down that big Michelin plant. The tire plant's going to close in 2025. So next year, we're going to do what we can to help the city of Ardmore and put people back to work. There's just so many things going on. The literacy lab, the new employment services center. It's amazing how we've grown. And this next year, we're doubling our budget going into workforce development so that we can provide even more training in-house and outside to people in the community. We're helping so many different organizations like people at the Rescue Mission, the Homeless Alliance, Pivot for Youth. All those folks are benefiting from our workforce development. And we've created a partnership with New View, which helps people who are having vision impairment or blindness, as well as Dale Rogers. It's called the All Abilities Employment Alliance, and we're going to be working together with those two other organizations because we're all kind of in the same arena, trying to help people overcome challenges to employment. Did I mention that's what our mission is? And community engagement. Man, have you seen all the new things that are going up about community engagement? We're moving into referring to ourselves as Goodwill Central Oklahoma. We've dropped the word industries, not from our official name, but from all of our marketing materials, because industries is sometimes confusing to people. They think we're a factory, and we're not. We're a workforce development nonprofit. And so you'll be seeing even more things, graphics and marketing material coming from the community development area. And we're raising money. Work the Runway was such a smashing success. It's going to be even bigger this next year in August, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for us. So those are just a few of the things that are going on. And then there's things that don't get as much attention that are extremely important. Our facilities guys and maintenance guys who keep everything functional and looking well. I'm just so proud of those guys, and I always enjoy visiting with them and seeing them out working. My dad was a maintenance man, and so that's kind of what I grew up learning about and doing. And they don't ask me for any advice, which is probably a good idea on their part, but we appreciate them very much. I hope I'm not leaving anybody out. Let me just mention the front desk here at corporate. Kata and Maurice do such a terrific job greeting people, keeping our front reception area looking sharp and making people feel welcome and keeping us safe as well. So we get a lot of visitors here at the main administrative office, people looking for job help, coming for a tour, taking classes, and Maurice and Kata do a great job on the front end welcoming them. We always want to be ready for company, no matter what's going on here. So I'm going overtime here, but again, just thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and New Year. I hope this next year, 2024, is another year of growth, both for the organization and for you as individuals. That's what we want to see happen. We want to see people grow as individuals, to live with open arms and open ears and open minds, to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion, and to create a life for themselves and for our community that values people. So have a great Christmas, New Year, enjoy your family, and God bless you. Thank you.